Greetings, everyone. Today, we will be presenting a group project titled Password Security. Before we proceed to the content, I would like to introduce our team member. First, Ruzana binti Ramli, which is myself. Second, Siti Nur Hazwani binti Muhammad Zaid. Third, Nurul Aida binti Abdul Wahab. And fourth, Nur Rachel Damia binti Raiman. Let's move to the content in this topic. 1. Introduction of password security. 2. The key principle of strong password creation. 3. Password management strategies. 4. Common password vulnerabilities. 5. Multi-factor authentications. 6. Password recovery and rotation. 7. Organizational password policies. 8. Evolving security towards the future. 9. Summarizations. And 10. References. Introduction to password security. First, let me define what is password. Password is a string of characters used to verify the identity of a user during the authentication process. Whereas password security is a various practices used to establish and verify the identity of the user, thereby restricting access to the devices, accounts, and file by the unauthorized users. Why is it important to have a password security? First, it is the first line defense to protect our data from hackers or from leakage.
Thank you, Anna. Assalamualaikum and hi, madam. My name is Nur Rachel Damia, and I will talk about the impact of weak or stolen passwords. Ensuring password security is actually essential but often overlooked, and cyber criminals frequently exploit weak or stolen passwords. First impact is weak password, which is the primary weakness. So simple passwords which are easy to guess or crack, making it vulnerable to cyber attacks. For example, common passwords or predictable pattern like numbers or personal info. Second is unauthorized access. So compromised passwords allow hackers to infiltrate personal, financial, and corporate accounts. Third is data theft. Cybercriminals can extract sensitive details such as identity info, our banking credentials, or even our private documents. And the fourth one is impact to financial and reputational consequences. Victims may suffer from financial fraud, including unauthorized transactions and empty bank accounts.
Okay, thank you, Rachel, for the explanation. Okay, I am Hazwani, and now I would like to talk about the key principle of strong password creation, which is we have three key principle of strong password creation, which is complexity, unpredictable, and uniqueness. Okay, now we talk about complexity. A strong password should include a mix of uppercase and lowercase. It contains number, includes special character. We need to at least create a password 12 to 16 character long. We need to make it long because we want to create a strong password and become more complexity. Okay, next we talk about uniqueness. We need to use different password for each account. Avoid reusing password across multiple platform. We also need to prevent potential widespread access if one account is compromised. Lastly, unpredictable. We need to avoid common substitution password. Steer a clear of personal information like birth date and names. Last but not least, we need use a random combination or passphrases. These three principles will create a strong password creation for our account. Now I will talk about 6 password management strategies. Firstly, use a password manager. A password manager can generate and store complex, unique password for each of your accounts. This reduces the risk of password reuse and make it easier to manage multiple passwords. Secondly, regularly update password. Change your password periodically, especially if you suspect any account has been compromised. Okay, thirdly is avoid common password. Steer clear of easily guessable password like 123456 or the sentence password. Instead, use of mix of letter, number, and special character. Next, educate ourselves. We need to be aware of phishing attempt and avoid clicking on suspicious link or providing personal information that unverified source. Okay, besides that, use long passphrase. Consider using a passphrase made up of several random words. This can be easier to remember and harder to crack. Last but not least, monitor your accounts. Regularly check your accounts for any unauthorized activity. Many services offer alert for suspicious login attempts. Okay, now I will talk about common password vulnerabilities, which is weak password practices to avoid. Simply or commonly used password like 12345 or sentences password are easily target for the attackers. By using same password across multiple sites, increase the risk. If one site is compromised, all accounts using that password are at risk. It is because automated tools are used by attackers to quickly try a large number of password combinations. This technique is particularly dangerous for a weak password. Okay, besides that, social engineering risk. Okay, we had 3, which is phishing attack, dictionary attack, and credential stuffing. Okay, about phishing attack, attackers trick user into revealing their password through fake website or emails. This method relies on social engineering rather than technical vulnerabilities. Secondly, dictionary attack. Similar to brute force, but uses a list of common word pairs to guess password. This is effective against password that use common word or patterns. Lastly, credential stuffing. Attackers use list of branch username and password to gain access to other account where user have reused credentials. Okay, now I will pass this present to my friend Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you, Wani. So next, I will talk about the multi-factor authentication and how it can significantly enhance our online security. First of all, MFA is a security measure that requires users to provide 2 or more verification factors to access an account or system. Basically, MFA helps to protect against password theft or leaks and to prevent unauthorized access even if passwords are compromised. Cybercriminals uses various methods to steal passwords, which includes phishing attacks, brute force attacks, and credential theft from data breaches. Next, there are several ways to verify identity through MFA, including OTP sent via email or SMS. Second is through authenticator apps like Google or Microsoft Authenticator. Third is through biometric authentication, such as fingerprints or facial recognition. And the last one is through login approval notifications, which are sent to a trusted device, for example, our handphone. So MFA works by just entering your username and password, then verify your identity using a second factor, for example, OTP or fingerprint. And lastly, you may gain access only after successful authentication. So why you should enable MFA? This is because enabling MFA provides protection even if passwords are leaked. It provides extra security for sensitive info. It provides a simple and quick way to enhance account security. And also it provides compliance with many platforms that now requires MFA for better protection. So MFA is commonly used in online banking, social media platforms, and also other work-related accounts such as Microsoft 365 and Google Workspace. Next, in order to get the most out of multi-factor authentication, always enable MFA for critical accounts including email, banking, and work systems. Use authentication apps instead of SMS for stronger security, and also always be cautious of unexpected login requests to avoid phishing scams. So by enabling MFA, you are actually taking a proactive step in safeguarding your personal and professional data.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurul Aida. I will continue with password recovery. The procedure to regain the access, you may start with security question, answer a few questions to verify the identity. You also may use the email verification, reset the password that linked to the registered email. Or else you may use two-factor authentication, unique code sent to the registered device. And lastly, get the help from the admin assistant, which is ask the help from the IT team to reset the password. Continue with password rotation. For security reason, advisable for periodically changing password. Regular interval, some policy ask changing password every 60 to 90 days. Complexity requirement, password with certain criteria. History restriction, to avoid reuse the old password. Organizational password policy, contain with password requirement. Minimum length of 8 character, include uppercase, lowercase, number, and special character. Password must be changed every 60 days. Not to reuse the old password. Second is multi-factor authentication. Register your number to receive the code. Update to the IT team if there's changes of the number. Third is password recovery. The password will send to the registered email or WhatsApp number. Verify the temporary password. Please update or create the new password. Number 4, account lock. Be locked after 5 times attempt. Wait for 5 minutes to redo. Still cannot, please contact the IT staff for assistance. Fifth, training and awareness. Training will be held during the induction. Please pay attention. Regular update for password policy via blast email. 6. Compliance. Compliance with this policy is mandatory. Compliance will result disciplinary action. As you can see, the samples of password policy need to be signed for the all employee in the organization.
In the quickly changing digital world of today, security has emerged as a top priority for people, businesses, and governments. The hazard posed by cyber threats are growing along with the technology. The security sector is continuously adjusting to the new trends and technology in order to meet these difficulties. These are the few examples of authentications without a password. Biometric authentication methods such as face recognitions, fingerprint scanning, and iris scanning. This approach was more secure than using conventional password. Unauthorized users are unable to get around authentications since biometric data is difficult to fake and unique for each person. Do you know that iPhone use face identification as their biometric authentication? This advanced security by the Apple has attracted and convinced their buyers to put trust in the iPhone as a secure device. In 2023, Google has implemented a passwordless authentication system that enables users to access into their Google accounts using the built-in security key on their phone. This is regarded as a unique function provided by Internet of Things devices as the first line of defense for security. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence, or known as AI, have played significant roles in enhancing password managers through predictive analytics, detecting unusual behavior patterns, and automating adaptive authentication measures. As you embrace these developments, individuals and organizations should remain vigilant as modern password management strategies will be critical to safeguarding against the ever evolving threat landscape. To summarize this topic of password security, first, you need to understand what is password is. Why is it crucial to secure your password? And how can a password protect our personal information? Second, update your password regularly. Do not use the same password forever as it may expose you as a victim to the cyber attacks. And third, beware of cyber attacks. Always remember that the hackers will always try to find a way to attack us through our personal information.